everyone, so today I actually received a PR package from KKW Beauty, which if you did not know is Kim Kardashian West Beauty, and it contains the new powder contour kits which look something like this, and I got all 3 palettes, so I thought I would hop on here quickly and do a little demo review. Does it work? How good is it? Review, you know, just on these babies. I have seen swatches on Instagram. Some of them look horrendous, like to put it bluntly, and then some of them actually look decent, so I'm really curious to see how these perform for me. This is not sponsored or anything, these are my honest opinions. As always, I'm going to swatch each set, each kit, and I'm going to try one of them on my face as well, and we'll see how they work on the skin, because as you guys know, especially face products more than anything, they can perform so differently on your face rather than just swatched on your hand. So I'm really curious. Hopefully it's good. Just quickly as well, I did actually do a little mini review in a Chit Chat Get Ready With Me of the KKW Beauty sticks, contour sticks. So I'll list that down below. In short, I was very 50-50 on them because one, they did work great. They were really easy to work with and easy to blend, but I just felt like they were far too expensive for how much product you got. Like, I feel like it was a bit of a rip-off, and I wasn't sold on the applicator. So I will be trying the brush applicator with this today. This is a new applicator. It comes with a domed side and then a flat side as well. So yeah, let's see if these are better than the contour sticks from KKW Beauty. I'm hoping they will be, and personally I do use powders a lot more often than creams as well. So let's start. I think I'll swatch them on my arm first and then go ahead and use them on my face afterwards, just after I see what the colors are like, because I don't really know if I should go for light or medium. By the way, I'm using my ring light today. Please tell me what you think of this kind of lighting. I do want to get some more background lighting just to kind of light up the background a little better, but it's just so sunny outside, so I'm using my ring light. Let me know what you think. I do prefer natural lighting, but yeah, let me know what you think. I'm trying to see how much these kits cost, but they're out of stock right now and they won't let me even look at them. Okay, so according to bustle.com, the kits are $52 US. There are 5 pieces in each kit, which shakes out to just under $11 per item, because you get the brush and then you get 4 different colors in the kit. Now, if we compare the kit to a different powder, you're getting 7.25 grams of product in each powder. For example, in a Too Faced bronzer, you are getting 10 grams, which is just under 3 grams more. In the Tarte Parquet Princess, you get 9 grams, which is just under a couple of grams more. In the Hourglass Ambient Bronzer, you are getting 11 grams. In a Becca highlighter, you are getting 8 grams, so only a small amount more. In an XO Beauty highlighter, you're getting 10 grams. In a Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills, you are getting 7.4 grams, so only a very small amount more than what Kim KW is giving you. And finally, in the Natasha Denona contour kit, you get 7 grams, so actually a little bit less in this one. So I think the amount of product in the kit is decent this time. It's a little bit less than what you were getting in a single compact, which is expected because it is a portable kind of palette. It is kind of more common for them to have a little bit less product in them. So far that is pretty good. For the price, is it worth it? Who knows? We're gonna have to see what it swatches like. So I'll start with the light kit. This one here that I've been showing is the medium. So here we have the light kit. I just dinged it. Anyway, and then we have the medium kit. This one's the medium kit. And then we have the dark kit, which compared to the medium, you can see is quite a bit darker in terms of the bronzers. One thing I noticed straight away is that the contour color in the light kit seems to be a little bit nicer than the one in the medium. The medium kit looks really warm. Okay, time to swatch them for the first time. So this is the light kit, the light highlighter. That actually swatches decent. This is the more pinky highlighter on the other side. Okay, this one, I'm just going to build it up a little bit. That's actually a really beautiful color. It's like a pinky kind of highlighter. If I hold it back here, you can see it better. The warmer bronzer, and then the cooler kind of contour shade. My lights are definitely blowing it out when I get up close, but I think that's decent pigmentation. It's definitely not as bad as what I saw on some people's pages. So far, that's pretty good. I mean, they look a little bit patchy, but that's because I like piled the swatches onto my fingers. When you use it on your face, obviously you're not going to be piling it on like that, so it's always going to look different on the face. I'm going to hold my opinions until I try it on my face, because that's where the true, you know, results lie. Next up, I'm going to swatch the medium kit. So you can see one of the highlighters is a lot more yellowy golden, and then one of the bronzers is a lot warmer. It's a very orangey kind of bronzer, which can look really good. You just have to be careful when you apply it, not to apply too much to give you that really orange look. Okay, so first off, this is the more pinky highlighter. So far so good. The yellow golden highlighter, the cooler bronzer contour color. It's quite powdery on my arm, but of course it'll be a different story once it's on my face with a brush. And then the warmer bronzer color. Ooh, yeah, very soft powders. That one swatched really nicely though. Okay, now for the dark swatches. So here is the dark palette. So again, you've got a warmer kind of bronzer, and then you have a couple different highlighters. One of them is a little bit lighter and a little bit more like pinkish, like a warmer. The other one's darker, a little bit more bronzy golden. So this first swatch is the kind of bronzy golden highlighter. Of course, this is not going to go on my skin tone, but for those of you who have a darker skin tone, it'll look really beautiful. So this one's the more pinky one. The next color here is the warm kind of bronzer shade. That's so pigmented. And then the final one here, this is the cooler kind of contour shade. Yeah, the powders feel very soft when you touch them, but that's what they all look like. So now, of course, we need to test them on the face because they always look different once you swatch them on your face and use them with a brush. Once again, this is not sponsored whatsoever. I'm giving you my own honest opinion on my own experience, not anyone else's. I definitely think for me, the light one today should be good. The medium kit, I'm a bit worried about that like contour color. So once again, here's what we're working with. This is the light kit. And I'm going to use the brush that comes with it. So I usually start with my bronzer before I contour. So I'm just going to take a tap of the bronzer color, like the warmer bronzer. If you look in the bristles, it does look very powdery. Look at that, the fallout on my fingers. So I've just tapped it off. The brush is reasonably soft, like it's not the softest brush I've ever used, but it's not bad. Okay, that time I didn't tap it off and it's going onto my skin quite patchy. So with this product, please make sure you tap it off. I'm just kind of putting that all over my cheek, how I would normally bronze. Okay, this is the light kit, right? Yes, this is the light kit. I have a little bit of fake tan on right now, and this is even quite full on for a bronzer on my skin tone. If you are very fair, I think this is gonna be way, way, way too dark for you. Lucky I didn't go in with the medium kit because yeah, I'm not even super pale right now and it's like not that, wow, it's quite orange. Okay, we're just gonna roll with it. I'm making sure to tap it off each time. I'm just doing a little bit around my forehead, a little bit just on my chin, on my nose. Okay, so you can see the color. Now that I've blended it a lot more, it's not as orange looking, but it's a little bit patchy. I don't know. It is definitely in no stretch of the imagination my favorite bronzer. I mean, I've got a million other bronzers I would probably choose before this one. It's just very warm. I mean, which could be a good thing, but it's just a little bit patchy too. It's not very easy to blend. Well, it kind of is easy to blend, but it just grips onto my skin funny. Like goes patchy as I blend it. I don't know if it's the brush or the product, but I'm just saying. I've just made my lighting a little bit darker so you can see a bit better. Okay, now let's try the contour shade, which is this one here. The brush is a little bit angled, so I'm going to take the tip of the angled part, and once again I'm just going to make sure to tap it off really well. The contour color is decent. Again, it's a little bit patchy. I don't know how I feel about this. It's definitely not the worst powder I've ever used, but is the contour better than my Kat Von D or my Anastasia Beverly Hills? No, I don't think so. So if you have those palettes and you like them, I would just stick with it. I wouldn't really bother with this. It's definitely, yeah, not the worst, but for the price as well, like it's not a drugstore product or anything. It's really not bad, but I would probably compare the quality more to like Maybelline or something rather than something high end, you know? You know what I mean? Like it's decent, but it's not like the best of the best. Okay, so there's that. I definitely made it work, but I think if you were a beginner with contouring and bronzing, you may have a bit of trouble with that because yeah, it's very patchy. I don't know if it's like too pigmented or what. I don't really know what the deal is. Okay, onto the highlighter, which I'm really excited about. So she reckons to use the domed side with the highlighter. I do wish the brush was a little bit smaller. I feel like this is more of a contour brush almost. Like I feel like that would be better for contour or even blush. I think it needs to be a little bit smaller for highlighter, but that's just my personal preference. Everyone's got a different preference. I'm going to do one highlighter on each side so we can see what they look like. So on this side, I'm just gonna tap it off. Okay, that's actually really pretty. The brush is too big for sure, for me anyway. That's very pigmented with just a little amount of product. You saw I tapped most of it off because it was quite powdery. I don't have anything against powdery products, by the way, on the face. I actually don't mind them, but I'm just letting you guys know. So as you can see with this lighting, it is quite intense, it's quite blinding, but I actually really like it. I don't find it as chunky looking as the Becca highlighters, for example. Like, it's a lot smoother looking. It's actually really nice. Like, it doesn't accentuate as many pores and things as some other really shimmery highlighters do. I quite like that actually. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm just gonna wipe off the brush. So the other side is more pinky. Just gonna tap it off. I'm just gonna do another layer of this one. It's a little bit more subtle. The brush is really good in the sense that it really buffs out the pigment and makes it look really airbrushed. I just wish it was a little bit smaller. So that's that side. I definitely prefer that color, but this side's still really pretty. I would say the pinky one's a little bit more natural than the other side, so it's quite cool that you have a different option in the same palette. If only the bronzer and contour performed, because I really like those. So I'm very 50-50 on this. I'm just going to put some on my nose, some highlighter. The highlighters I would put up there with like Anastasia Beverly Hills. The highlighters are beautiful as long as they last, of course. But yeah, they look really, really pretty. It's just the bronzer and the contour didn't perform as well. They are definitely workable. I just think for the price you're paying, they should be really good. They should just be good. They shouldn't be patchy or anything like that. I'm just a little bit disappointed in the actual application of them. Once again, here are all the swatches. So let me know what you guys think of these down below. I think if you are paler than me, do not go near this. I think the contour and the bronzer are just going to be so full on your skin tone. I don't think I could use this if I had no fake tan on. Like, you can see how orangey it shows up on my skin tone, and I've got fake tan on right now. So that kind of sucks. But anyway, the brush, 50-50. Like, I quite like this side, although I wish it was smaller. This side I don't like as much. For some reason it feels a little bit sharper on the skin, whereas this side feels really, really soft. And then this 50-50 as well. Like, I really like the highlighters, but not such a big fan of the contour bronzer colors. By the way, I forgot to say, the packaging I like. It's just kind of the same as the Anastasia Beverly Hills paper packaging. I like the color of the packaging. I mentioned that last time. Some people think that the nude's kind of cheap looking. I actually really like it personally. And then on the back it's got your little kind of explanation, contour 1, contour 2, highlight 1, highlight 2. I do have to say I do like the undertone of the contour shade though. I just wish it was a little bit smoother with the application. Again, it's not the worst in the world, but I don't know, for the price I just expect it to be very smooth, not hard to work with. I feel like it's a little bit hard to work with. Obviously I'd be happy leaving the house like this, so you know, it's not terrible. It's just not my favorite, you know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video did help you out. Also, comment down below if you will be picking this up or not. Are you going to buy it or are you going to give it a miss? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I think I said that a couple of times already. Don't forget to thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!